All right, shalom, 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 Yasha Allah. This is Brother Yahweh with the Flaming Fire Israel. I want to start off first and foremost giving all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Kahalayim, Abinawa Yahweh by Hashem Mashiach, Mamalak Yahweh Shah, Barakatham. Shalom to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. We'll do a pretty good Sabbath class lesson on the Chariots. We're going to go into history a little bit. We're going to of course, the scriptures. And we're going to get into these, understanding on what are these chariots, and what the world calls UFOs, unidentified flying objects. We're going to see in the scriptures, are they unidentified flying objects? And we're going to start off with a couple of precepts from the scriptures, and then we're going to go right into the lesson. Let me pull this up, screen share this. Blue letter. Slovakia. Let me share. All right, so so we're gonna start off with a couple of precepts. We're gonna go to Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 4, and it reads, and I looked, let me see if we can zoom in and make sure Israel can see this. All right, and I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof is a color of amber, out of the midst of fire. Right, so look, this is what, these are going into the chariots, brothers and sisters, Akim and Akwaf. These are what the chariots look like. They, you see them in the scriptures as whirlwinds, clouds, a lot of times. These are what the world calls so-called UFOs. Make sure there's a zoom in so you can see. I thought it is zoomed in, but so let me make sure. All right. So I'm gonna read this again. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof is the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire. This goes into the UFOs. I don't know why it doesn't zoom in on your screen, but you have to take it what you can get. Hopefully brothers and sisters can see that. So let me get another precept. Let's get Psalms chapter 104 and verse 3. And it reads, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. Right, so these clouds are the Most High's chariots. All right, if you go into our people, we have a lot of history with these chariots, man. Even further proving that we are the children of the Most High. Before I go into this, I was gonna go into something. I want to pull this up real quick. I'm going to a song, man. Oh, all right. So let's bring out this. This is a slave song. All right, before Esau tried to take over it and bring it down. But this is what our people have been doing for a long time. All right. Make sure y'all can hear this.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot.
And a lot of these sisters, they probably don't know what this means, man. These are sisters, they don't understand what their ancestors was talking about when they were talking about this, man. When they were saying swing low, swing chariot, man. All right. So our people, they understood that salvation was coming through these chariots. And all the hell that we've been through as a people, we were waiting on these chariots to come back, to swing low, to beam us up in those chariots so we could get this salvation. These are the lyrics. Oh, this might be a little off. Nah, yeah, that's going on. All right, so y'all got the point. All right, it's swing low, sweet chariot, coming to carry me home. Roughly paraphrasing. All right, so these are what this is a slave song. This is what we were singing, man. All right, because we knew about these chariots. We knew the Lord's clouds were these chariots. These clouds were coming to swing low and take us home, man. All right, back to Jerusalem, back in rulership. All right. So Khan, let me go back to this. Let me pull something else so I can. All right, we're finna bring up this real quick. Let me get into this. So I get my screen. All right. Let me get this. All right. Let's go into this. All right. And of course, you're gonna bring out more scriptures. I just want to go into this, this history real quick. Screen share this. All right. Screen share. All right, copy. All right. All right. So these are the UFOs. All right. This is the history of UFOs and history in the Bible. All right. And even these Edomites, they know about this, man. Or whoever put this together, through history, these chariots have always showed up for the Israelites, man. All right? So let's get this real quick. I'm going to read it. I'm trying to read it pretty fast so we can get through it. It is extraordinary how many UFO accounts there are in ancient records and religions. All right? Which, these other nations, these other, these religions, when we're not a religion, they've seen these chariots come for the Israelites. They've seen these chariots that the Lord has sent, all right, from totally different places, periods of history, cultures, and belief systems. Whatever your views on the UFO phenomenon, it is certainly not new. The terminology on some of these archaic accounts may be unfamiliar to us, but when viewed objectively, the words used are in fact no less primitive than those used in modern times. What we might wonder, will future generations make a culture with describe extraterrestrial spacecraft as flying saucers or cigar-shaped objects? Okay, let's get into the meat. All right, I'm not gonna play around too much here. All right, UFOs in the Bible. The Bible is not completely accurate as an historical document, and that's a damn lie. All right, you got to take what you can get from here, man. All right. They already going off. Numerous scholarly researchers have shown that not only has it been through different translations, but several different scribes have worked on it with the political motivation. Okay, can we get to the point, man? All right, they trying to diss the Bible, but they finna prove that UFOs is in the Bible. All right, let's go down to right here. The most often quoted account of biblical UFO occurs in the book of Ezekiel, what I just read to you. The description, which is dated by scholars as occurring in approximately 600 BC, took place when Ezekiel was among the captives in Chaldea by the Chabar River. Ezekiel chapter 1 verse 4 reads as follows: "And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding himself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof as the color of amber, and out of the midst of fire." This beautiful description. Now look at this art right here. Wish we could click on it. See, the zoom in doesn't work here, but anyways, this is art right here of the chariots. All right, they got an iconoclasm, and they got all the so-called, you got all the Israelites being white people here, but we get it. All right, the beautiful description of the UFO continues. What is commonly described as a close encounter of the third kind. Okay, let's try to sift through some of these. After the Exodus, let's go down to this, of the Jews from Egypt led by Moses, there are numerous descriptions of UFOs which seem to have accompanied them. Right, so we're gonna go through the scriptures, man. The clouds, the so-called UFOs, the chariots were over us when we was getting delivered out of Egypt, man. When we went through the Red Sea. All right. Of course, the scribes writing the Bible did not use the kind of terminology that we use, right? So, you know, you got some people there. Why doesn't it say UFO right there? Why doesn't it say flying saucer? Because they didn't use the type of terminology you use today. All right, you know, you got a lot of people that take the Bible out of context and always want to say that. Why doesn't it just come out and say Esau right there? Why doesn't it just come out and say these certain things right there? Because look, they didn't have to use that type of terminology, man. All right. They would refer to clouds and stars with the properties of high-speed movement and flight control, as well as fiery chariots, and so on. The following extract from the book of Exodus, chapter 13, verses 21 through 22 is a typical example. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud. Right, so the Lord was with us, man, in the pillar of the cloud, to lead them along the way, and by night with a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night. He took not away the pillar of cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people. Right, so this describes UFOs, man. You know, they got Zechariah right here, Elijah. We'll bring up a couple of these. This is 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 11. It says, and it came to pass, as Elijah still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them asunder, and Elijah went up by a whirlwind unto heaven. Right, so then I turned, this is Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. All right, then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying scroll. Right, and he said unto me, what seest thou? I answered, I see a flying scroll. Right, they're not going to say a flying saucer. They describe it as a flying scroll. Right, that's how it looks. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. All right, so they was giving that length about what a UFO is, man. That's huge. All right. So that's about it. I want to get on that, but this is exactly what they were saying, man. Look, I wish I could get these pictures to come up. Hold on, let me see if I can. See if I can open this. You know, they don't want to really deal with me right now. Hold on, man. They don't want to come up. I don't know if it ain't really zooming in on the screen, so it's like I can't really deal with it. It's zooming in on my screen, but it's not coming back to y'all's. So you know, you get to the point. We could get a couple pictures of these. Let's get a couple pictures. This is what they seen, man. You know, some of these are, you know, artificial, but you know, let's see, get some of these real ones, man. These flying scrolls, man. Hold up, let me get. All right, so this is what I wanted to get into. These are the pictures I was trying to pull up right here. So these are pictures of the UFOs, man. All right, you got UFOs right there. All right, so-called UFOs, which they're IFOs, identified flying objects. All right, you got them right there. And these are all iconoclasm pictures that have been, you know, white people put into them. All right, but these are ancient pictures of UFOs. Let's bring this right here. All right. So look at that right there. These are UFOs with the beams, man. All right. So man, you can't get around it. Right here, you know, they don't make these images with iconoclasm, no, man. But you know, the point is there. All right. You see these chariots, man. All right. The chariots of the Most High. They were already in ancient. This is what these prophets seen, man. All right, so now let's go back to the verses. Let's get verses, man. Let's bring out these scriptures. Let's like it. Let me go bring out my blue letter. All right. Let's bring back up the blue letter on this. So all right, so let's go to Exodus 40, verse 36. All right, And it reads, and the cloud was taken up from over the tabernacle. The children of Israel went onward in all their journey. Right. Well, actually, I want to start at verse 34. Then a cloud covered the tent of the congregation, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. Man, so these clouds were always over the Israelites, right? And Moses was not able to enter into the tent of the congregation because the cloud abode thereon, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. I was going to camp last night. What put me on the spirit to do this video. I was going to camp last night, and I seen another chariot. And about a month ago, I seen a chariot beam across the sky again. All right, so the Most High, he's using these chariots, man. All right. And Moses was not able to enter into the tent of the congregation because the cloud abode thereon, and the glory of the Lord filled the tabernacle. And when the cloud was taken up from over the tabernacle, the children of Israel went onward in all their journey. So that the cloud got taken up. It went away, man. All right. So, you really got to deal with that, man. All right. But you got these scientists, they'll believe in UFOs, but they think the Bible's a bunch of myths. But these are all in the scriptures, man. All right. Let's get Numbers chapter 12, verse 4. It says, and the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses and unto Aaron and unto Miriam, come out ye three unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out. And the Lord came in the pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came out. Came forth. Right, so the cloud came, man. So you got these angels. When it says the Lord all the time, these are angels that's speaking for the Lord. The Most High didn't come down himself and and say these things. All right, he sent his messengers. All right. So the Lord came down in the pillar of a cloud. All right. So look, these clouds are all throughout the scriptures, which is why you see our people saying, swing low, sweet chariot. Who else is the Israelites, man? That's how you know we the Israelites, man. No one else was doing that. These fake Jews in Israel right now, they weren't doing that. Let me get a point I want to get. All right, so come on, listen to this. This is Acts 7:51. It says, ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears, ye do always resist the Holy Ghost, as your fathers did, so do ye. Which of the prophets have not your fathers persecuted? And they have slain them which showed before of the coming of the just one, of whom ye have been now the betrayers and murderers, who have received the law by the dispensation of angels and have not kept it. Right, we received these laws, statutes, commandments by angels of the Lord. They came down in the cloud and gave us these commandments, man. But yet we didn't keep them, man. All right, because that's how stiff-necked our people is, man. All right. So you got to understand these things. Let me get another precept in Galatians 3:19. It's Galatians chapter 3, verse 19. It says, wherefore then serveth the law, it was added because of transgressions, to the seed should come to whom the promise was made, and it was ordained by angels in the hand of a mediator. Right, so look, the angels gave us this law, man. The Most High gave it this law through the angels, man. All right, they came down on those chariots to give us these laws and these commandments and these statutes, right? But our people, they play games with it, man. All right, like the scripture says, our fathers did, so do ye. Let me get another precept in Hebrews. Like it's tripping out on me. Hebrews chapter 2. Right, so look, this is Hebrews chapter 2, verse 2. It says, for if the word spoken by angels was steadfast, and every transgression and disobedience received a just recompense of reward. Right, because we received a just recompense. Most High could have did more unto us, man, and take us into slavery and destroy us like he's done us, man. All the things we've got, we deserve way more, man. Because what? We received this word by angels, man. Right, and we still transgressed and was disobedient to this word, man. All right, these angels came in chariots, man. Let me get another chariot scripture. Let's get Psalms chapter 68. Psalms 68 and all right, right here. Psalm 68, verse 17, it says, the chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place. Right, so the chariots of the Most High, there's so many chariots, you don't even know. It's unlimited chariots, man. All right, and unlimited angels on the left and the right side, right? So these angels, you know, they have, look, you don't understand, people can't understand these scriptures, man. All right, and they see chariots and you think the Most High riding on a chariot, man. No, these are these so-called UFOs, man. So Khan, let me get Deuteronomy 33. These are all throughout the scriptures. You see us going to and fro throughout the scriptures. Right, Deuteronomy 33 and 2, and it says, and he said, the Lord came from Sinai and rose up from Seir unto them. He shined forth from Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000s of saints from his right hand when a fiery law for them. Right, so come on, man. All people don't understand, man. These chariots is what the Most High's angels' vehicles, man. All right, this is the chariot. All right, let's get Jude chapter 1. This is Jude 1 and 14, and it reads, and Enoch, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000s of his saints. Right, so many of these angels, so many of these chariots, man. All right, that's coming to do what? To execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds which they have ungodly committed, and all their hard speeches which ungodly sinners have spoken against them. Right? These are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lusts, and their mouth speaketh great swelling words, having men's persons in admiration because of advantage. Right? So look, our people, we knew that these chariots was coming, man. 10,000s of saints, they coming on the day of the Lord, and they're gonna burn with these ICBM missiles. These nations are gonna burn in fervent heat, specifically America, Babylon the Great, that great whore, man. All right. So that's what you gotta understand. And this even in the Apocrypha, you know, they might be, oh man, why aren't these in the Apocrypha? Let's go to 2 Maccabees. Let me pull that up. I'm just gonna stay on this. Hold on. Let me bring this out. 2 Maccabees, chapter 10. It's 27. Okay. In the 2 Maccabees chapter 10, verse 27. So after the prayer, they took their weapons and went on further from the city. And when they drew near to their enemies, they kept by themselves. Now the sun being newly risen, they joined both together, the one part having together with their virtue, their refuge also unto the Lord for a pledge of their success and victory. The other side making their rage leader of their battle. But when the battle waxed strong, there appeared unto the enemies from heaven 5 comely men upon horses, the bridles of gold, and 2 of them led the Jews, and took Maccabeus betwixt them, and covered him on every side with their weapons, and kept him safe, but shot arrows and lightnings against the enemy, so that being confounded with blindness and full of trouble, they were killed. Man, so, man, these chariots can come and flick blindness on you, man. All right? These chariots came in and defended Maccabeus, man. All right? They defended our people, man. All right? So that's what you got to understand, man. These are, it's historical accounts, man. All right? You can't debate it. All right? Let me get Matthew chapter 3, verse 6. Let me go back to my blue letter. Actually, I want one more Maccabees. All right, this is 2 Maccabees chapter 5, and I believe verse 1. All right, 2 Maccabees chapter 5, verse 1, it says, about the same time, Antiochus, prepared the second voyage into Egypt. And then it happened that through all the city for the space almost of 40 days, that there were seen horsemen running in the air. So these horsemen these are another description of chariots, and clothed of gold and armed with lances, like a band of soldiers, and troops of horsemen in array, encountering and running one against another, with shaking of shields and multitudes of pikes, and drawing of swords and casting of darts, and glittering of golden ornaments, and harness of all sorts. Right. So these are these chariots, man. Okay, so look, these chariots was skirting around the sky, man. Let me get another precept. I'm gonna go back to my blue letter because it's just easier for me to use here. Blue letter. Go to Matthew 3:16. Matthew chapter 3, verse 16. And Yahushua, when he was baptized, went up straightway out of the water, and lo, the heavens were opened unto him, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and lighting upon him. Right, so when Yahushua was getting baptized, these chariots was lighting upon the Lord, man. All right, when Yahushua was even getting baptized, man. And lo, a voice from heaven saying, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." Right, so you might see on the movie that they might actually have some nonsense going on, man. But this is what really happened. All right, these chariots came upon him. Everyone, look, this is the Son of God, man. All right, let me get another precept in Matthew. So I can. That thing's gonna take too fast. Let me get Matthew 27. All right, Matthew 27 and 45. And it says, now from the 6th hour, there were darkness over all the land unto the 9th hour. And about the 9th hour, Yahushua cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani, that is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Some of them that stood there, when they heard that, said, this man calleth for Elias. You keep going. So like it right here. Some of them that stood there, when they heard that, said, this man calleth for Elias. And straightway one of them ran and took a sponge and filled it with vinegar and put it on a reed and made him to drink. The rest said, let us see whether Elias will come to save him. Yahushua, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the ghost. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom, and the earth did quake, and the rocks rent, and the graves were open, and many of the bodies of the saints which slept arose. And that's another thing what people don't understand, man. A lot of people just rose up, man. There was a lot of dead people walking around when Yahushua got put to death. All right, and came out of the graves after his resurrection, and went into the holy city and appeared unto many. So many people seen it. Now, when the centurion that were with him watching Yahushua saw the earthquake and those things that were done, they feared greatly, saying, truly this was the Son of God. And many women that were beholding afar off, which followed Yahushua from Galilee, ministering unto him, among which was Mary Magdalene, and Mary the mother of James and Joseph, and the mother of Zebedee's children. When the even was come, there was a rich man of Arimathea named Joseph, who also himself was Yahushua's disciple. So this is the point I wanted to get, man. There was look, when Yahushua died, man, this really not talking about the chariots. When Yahushua died, man, all hell was breaking loose, man. All type of things was going on. All right, that's not really what I wanted, but at Yahushua's crucifixion, man, you had these things going on, man. Major signs. Right here, to verse 45. That's what I wanted. So like it. Now from the 6th hour, there was darkness over all the land until the 9th hour, man. All right. So these chariots was out here, man. All right. That's what people don't understand. These darkness. It was darkness because the Most High put that made that happen like that, man. But that ain't really what I wanted though. So like it for that. Let me get Acts 1 and 9. It's not really what I wanted. So like it. You get Acts 1 and 9. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight, man. Right? So look, certain men got taken up in clouds, man. All right? They got taken up in clouds, man. All right? And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel, saying, these angels, they have these chariots, man. All right? That's what people don't understand. Which also said, ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yahushua, which is taken up from you unto heaven. All right? This is talking about Yahushua, but there's other accounts of men getting taken up in chariots. All right? But this is Yahushua, right? So come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. Right? So he gonna come down in heaven the same way. All right? So the point I wanted to get there is, man, you know, you get Yahushua got taken up in the cloud, man. All right, in the chariot. So people don't understand, man. So let me get Zechariah 5:1. We'll get a couple more precepts, and we're gonna get out of here. Zechariah 5:1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. This is what we brought out on the thing earlier. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. So look, this is these are the chariots. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on the side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on the side according to it. Right? I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter to the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof, man. So these chariots in the end of the days, they're gonna come and put fire upon the earth. They're gonna beam up the Lord's elect and 1/3, and they're gonna go to work on these other nations, man, and go to work on these kingdoms and bring down these kingdoms along with these ICBM missiles, man. All right, that the Lord has sent forth. Let me get a couple more precepts. Psalms 57. All right, this is Psalms 57:1, and it says, be merciful unto me, O God, be merciful unto me, for my soul trusteth in thee. Yea, in the shadow of thy wings will I make my refuge until these calamities be overpassed. So you're gonna be in we knew that we would get salvation, because this is David speaking. Lord willing, we get salvation and be in those chariots until these calamities overpass, man. Until the Lord do work on it and bring horrible evils on these lands, man. All right, Salaki. But I will cry unto the Most High, unto God that performeth all things for me. So what you got to understand, man, David understood that, look, he was going to hide in the wings of the Most High. What are those wings? Those chariots, man, until the calamities be overpassed, until all this destruction takes place, man. And let me get Revelations, the 11th chapter. Revelations 11 and verse 12, and it reads, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither, as they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. So this is prophecy, man. So all the people that, you know, hated the Israelites, hated us as a people, look, they're going to hear a voice come from heaven saying, come up hither, and we're going to ascend up to heaven in the cloud, if it be the Lord will, that I'm among the elect in 1/3. All right? So we're going to ascend up into heaven in the cloud, if it be the Lord will. And the enemies are going to behold us. They're going to see it. All right? They're going to see our salvation. You read about that in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, man. All right? So kind of look, we're gonna go up there. That's why our people, they knew. And when they was we were singing that song, we were singing these songs, man. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to take me home. All right, I think that's how it goes, but you know what it actually says. All right. So come, man. I'm gonna get one more precept, and then I'm gonna get out of here. This is 1 Thessalonians 4 and 17. It reads, then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. So we got to comfort one another with these words, man. And we're going to get beaten up on these chariots. And that's what that's what we was doing back then, man. That's why you got these songs, man. Let me bring that out again to end it out. All right. That's why you had these songs. That's why people were bringing this. They were comforting one another because we was going through hell, getting sold on slave ships, being destroyed, killed, murdered. All right. But yet our people, they were still doing this.
Oh, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me. Oh, sweet Lord, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me. Oh, sweet Lord, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me. Oh, Jordan, and what did I see? Coming forth to carry me. Oh, a band of angels coming after me, coming forth to carry me. Oh, sweet Lord.
Did you hear he said a band of angels coming forth to carry me home? All right, this, these sisters probably didn't know what was going on, but our people back then, they knew, man. This was a spiritual song, man. We was comfort each other with these words, man. So we would ever be with the Lord, right?
Oh, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me. Oh, if you can bear me, for I do. Coming forth to carry me. Tell all my friends I'm not coming to. Coming forth to carry me. Oh, why don't you swing down chariots of death, let me ride.
They get a little crazy now, but hopefully, brothers and sisters, they got the point. Hopefully, brothers and sisters was edified through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and the chariots of the Most High. These are the chariots that's gonna come, Lord willing, and we're gonna be saved from all the hell that we went through as a people. And all this work, all the things we've been through as a people, it's gonna be all worth it if we get beaten up on these chariots and be saved from the destruction of the Most High. But with that, hopefully brothers and sisters was edified on the chariots and got some more precepts, some more learning, some more notes on that. But with that, we're gonna give all honor and glory and praise to Abanawa Yahweh by Shema Mashiach Mamalaki Yahweh Rakatham, that comes with his chariots of power and strength to deliver the saints. All right. So shalom. Hopefully brothers and sisters edified once again. Shalom Yasha Allah and Kwam Yasha Allah. Till next time, if it be the Lord will.